What's up everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to talk about some great ways that you can protect your account and not lose it. And we're just going to jump right into it. Be sure to subscribe, and I will do the giveaway for today for $1 million at the end of the video. Be sure to read the description if you're confused on that. So the first thing and foremost is to make a very long password. As you can see to my account, I have a super long password, and this will just basically protect your password should you ever accidentally leak it, because the password will be longer than what you show. And the other thing is that it's much harder to guess, especially if you type random letters. The one thing that you should really look out for, however, is to make sure that you don't forget this password and you store it somewhere. Maybe save it through Google Passwords or something like that. Just a really good way to not lose it in general. And the next thing I wanted to talk about, and yes, we're really jumping into it, is to not share your password. This is very possibly the bulkiest part of this video, because sharing your password, there are plenty of ways that you can lose an account by sharing your password. The first thing I would like to talk about is account sharing. Obviously, getting onto a top team and being active and being an officer, that could be much easier if you account share. But unless you really trust the person and it's more your guys' account rather than just your account, do you really trust them enough to have this big account that you have? And do you really trust them enough to have control over that time? You really need to know them. My rule of thumb is, if you really know them IRL and you're good friends with them, maybe that's okay. However, if you know them online and it's your personal and primary account, I honestly would not share the password with them. So that's just for account sharing, and there are many different reasons as to why account sharing happens, and I won't dive into all of them, but just the bottom of the line, don't account share if you really don't want to expect losing the account, if that makes sense. The next thing I would like to talk about is, and yes, this is probably one of the most important as well, account buying and selling. So, account buying and selling is obviously something that is very important to not losing your account, because there are things called scammers, and most people know about scammers, but there are some people who do not and end up getting scammed. However, there's also the thing where even if you are aware of scammers, you might not actually know that somebody is a scammer. So that's why, just in general, account selling on Nitro is just a really bad strategy for kind of just in general sharing your account password and getting ahead in the game, just as a whole. And so that's what I wanted to talk about for hacking, scamming and stuff like that. It's just a bad system. Until Nitro implements some way to actually trade accounts, which they probably never will, there's no point in sharing your account, because chances are it might get scammed. And one thing I would like to really quickly butt in with this is that if your account does get scammed, that is as much your fault as it is the person who scammed you, because you are getting into a system that is, very, how I would say, kind of difficult to accomplish and get ahead in. You have to really meet trustworthy people, and even using a middleman is sometimes very rigged. So this leads me into another thing, and this is validating your email. I'm not going to go into my email because I'd actually dox myself, but validating your email is very important, because you can basically how would you say, you could basically connect your password. So if we look at my email address, we have acetyperbusiness@gmail.com. So say in theory that my email that's connected to my Nitro account is acetyperbusiness@gmail.com, which, by the way, I probably will start connecting to soon. But this way, if I forget my password, I will be able to contact that email and reset the password. If I don't have an email attached, then what will happen is I cannot recover my password. Nitro has no way of knowing that it's me who's trying to get into the account, and therefore can't recover my account for me at all. However, there is one last thing. If everything else goes wrong, And this is proof that you own the account. How do I prove that I own the account, you may ask? And this is like kind of a very, very fuzzy question, I'd say, because it's really up to, I believe, whether or not Nitro still does this. But basically, if you have a gold receipt, basically, if you bought Nitro Gold, then I believe you will get an email confirming that purchase. After you receive an email confirming that purchase, what you should try to do is try to at least take a screenshot or save that email or somehow get that file to save and make sure that you, yes, you can access this in case of an emergency where you lose your password, you lose your email somehow, and you need to contact support. Nightship support is very, very, very unclear as to what you really can support them about. Sometimes they'll recover an account for you, sometimes they won't. So just going through support in general is kind of a waste of time for them, even if you lost an account, because they might not actually give it to you. But it's really up to interpretation. So those are my 4 main points as to how to not lose a Nightship account. Having a long password. Don't share your password, validating your email, and then proving that you own the account. It's up to interpretation as to how deep and how secure you want your account to be. Honestly, I'd say the more secure the better, because there are a lot of things at stake in this case, especially with an account that you've really worked hard towards and worked hard on. I would be devastated if I were Wildflower and I were to lose this kind of account, and it's just like that kind of thing that you really don't want to happen. But that's pretty much it, everyone. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm about to roll the giveaway clip, so congrats to whoever won. I don't even know yet. This was a lot of fun to film. Be sure to stay safe out there with your account. Have an amazing day, and peace out.